Holy mackerel. As my grandmother Lewis used to say, Horror Vision 2020 is here with you again today. And that's right. Tommy and I have been so blessed to have so many people in the industry want to do these interviews with us. We thank you all from the bottoms of our hearts because it's been truly exceptional. We've had so much fun. We thank you guys for tuning in. And today we have another winner. That's right. He's been bringing us movies since Nokia's were everybody's cellular telephone. The 90s. In South Carolina. Freak Show, Hell Block 13, and his directorial debut, Head Cheerleader, Dead Cheerleader. All fantastic films. Then he moved out to California to continue producing and writing, meeting up with our buddy Gary Jones. What up, Gary? How you doing today? And they have made plenty of films together. Some of them with the actor Robert Bronzi, the Hungarian-born Charles Bronson. They could be brothers, and his movies are so much fun. Death Kiss, Once Upon a Time in Deadwood, Escape from Death Block 13, and the upcoming film The Gardener. Hopefully coronavirus doesn't stall that one out too much longer. Get that going. We are very happy to bring you the next guest, Jeff Miller. Push.
Okay. There you go.
Like your AFM poster.
Yeah, the Van Damme poster there. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Welcome aboard.
This is Jim Lewis, one actor friend. He's worked with Gary. He worked on some of my movies, so he's worked with Gary on some of the stuff.
Okay, cool.
I saw you worked with Daniel Baldwin too. You played my dad in a movie. The same movie we worked on with Gary.
Okay.
Little Red Devil.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, Daniel was a trip. Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah, he can be. He gets in trouble sometimes.
he was nice with us. Yeah.
He was so nice to us, but he got in a lot of trouble in Michigan.
Oh, really?
Well, on the second movie on Born of Earth, he was a completely different person than Little Red Devil. Yeah. Still an awesome dude though.
He was still awesome, but he wasn't sober, so he got pulled over and he had to stay extra for court.
Oh no.
Oh, but we're gonna talk about you, Jeff. We're not gonna talk trash yet.
Yep, this is definitely about you. Yeah. Welcome to Horror Vision 2020.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is
awesome.
our little virtual thing that we started this a few months ago because we were going to do virtual conventions. And then this happened. So we said, well, let's just do it and just give it away for free. And then if it works out, we can figure out a format. And I'm getting so many people doing interviews. It's working out really good.
Are you doing these with Stu? Is this the thing that you and Stu were doing something for a while?
I offered that to him, and I did something similar like this for him. But after all this happened, we just have lost touch. I'll have to get in touch with him again. I forgot. Because they put up all the interviews and stuff, and the guy that edited it said that they can monetize on this, but I just got to follow up. It's me.
Okay.
Because Stu, if you don't follow up with him, he's not going to follow up with you unless he's going to make a lot of money from it.
If he can make a lot of money, he will follow up.
That's the only reason he returns my calls, because he never know, right?
Exactly. No, he'll bug me about something, and I'm like, okay, there's money in this,
Yeah, there has to be.
I still talk to him, a couple times a week, so we still stay in touch. Yeah.
Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's in Vegas, I guess. He's, in his condo there, and maybe he doesn't leave it much. I don't know, but everything's still closed last time I checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did an interview with Costas Mandalar, and he just did a movie with Stuart. And he moved to Vegas, too. He just moved to Vegas. And he did his whole interview driving around Vegas.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I talked to a friend yesterday that just produced a movie that Louis Mandylor directed. And I think Costas might be in it. It's called Smokers. Actually, it's for Stu. Stu was
that was it. That's probably the movie then. They went overseas to do it, right?
Okay, yeah. It was like Romania and Switzerland or something.
Yeah, Louis is the one from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They look a lot alike, but Costas still a little more. He's the handsome one. The charming. He charmed the shit out of Jim. For real.
He did.
You get a chance to watch them, and you'll be like, "Oh, he did." He
Course.
everyone.
He just said I look like Brolin. He's buddies with Josh Brolin.
Oh, he said he looks like Josh Brolin over and over and over again. All right, so Jeff, how are you doing today?
Great. How are you guys?
Doing good. So, how did you get started in this whole crazy thing that we do?
I mean, I just, was always, creative from an early age. I would start out drawing comics and stuff like that, and then eventually short stories. And then I wrote my first screenplay at age 18. I wanted to be a writer, so I wrote a bunch of scripts throughout college and right after college. And then, I think I got paid for one screenwriting job, a little bit of money shortly after college, but I wasn't getting anything made, and I was just getting impatient. So I just hooked up with some guys from South Carolina that had gone to my school, and they had made a horror movie. And so I heard they were making another one. I said, hey, if I, can, bring some financing or help you guys, something like that, can I help produce this movie? I want to start, being more active. They said, yeah, bring us some money and we'll show you the ropes. So that's what happened. It was called Freak Show. Came out in 1995. It starred Gunnar Hansen.
Oh, we were just talking about him too.
Yeah, Gunnar Hansen and Veronica Carlson, who was in a lot of the Hammer movies in the 60s and 70s. And so it's just, I've been doing it since then. I made 3 movies in South Carolina, and then I moved to Los Angeles in 2001, and have been making a bunch of movies since. Fun fact, the acquisitions executive for the company that bought Freak Show was Jason Blum.
Wow. So do you have an in with him then?
I didn't do any of the dialogue with him. It was the main producer doing all the deals. He would just get off the phone and tell me all what happened and the deal points and stuff like that. But so I never actually spoke to him, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, I could always, I've never met him, but if I do, I'd say, hey, by the way, you were the guy that picked up my first movie.
Thank you very much. I will, if I ever get to meet him, because Steve Wang's going to be doing stuff with him.
Okay.
I will ask. I will say, Jeff Miller says thank you.
I'm sure he doesn't remember me. He'll probably remember the movie.
I remember the movie, though. That's what I mean.
Exactly. I was just an associate producer. I brought some financing, and it was an anthology, and I got involved after they'd shot 2 of the segments. But that's just learned all that one, and then been doing it ever since, pretty much. Yeah.
So how did you meet Gary Jones and Mike Callio? If you're from South Carolina, they're both from Michigan, and I know you through Gary.
So I met Gary in 2000. It was either 2001 or 2000. I think it was 2001. Shortly after I moved to Los Angeles, I went to a Fangoria convention. It was in Pasadena, and Gunnar Hansen was there. And I'd made 2 movies with Gunnar by that point. And Gunnar said, hey, you should meet, he goes, you live in LA now? I said, yeah. He goes, you should meet with Gary Jones. We wrote a script together called The Last Horror Picture Show. And, try to get it made. So I said, okay. So I called Gary, and we agreed to meet for lunch one day. It was in Hollywood, someplace, Pine Street or La Brea or something. But we met for lunch one day, and just kind of clicked, liked each other, and so we tried to get Last Horror Picture Show made for a few years. That didn't happen, but I wish it had. That was a cool project. But since then, we've done, I think,
look,
4 movies at least, 4 or 5. Oh, cool. Nice shirt. Cool.
I was waiting for the moment.
Very cool. I was going to do that. I just put on a little polo shirt. I was like, which movie should I promote? I was like, I'm going to be sitting too close. I'm probably not going to see my shirt. I'll just throw an old blue polo shirt. But
it's Giant.
I think we had our premiere. Do we have our premiere at your convention?
At our convention, yeah. All you guys came. It was a lot of fun.
Or it was it wasn't our world premiere, but it was one of the. It was like the second one.
Michigan premiere.
The Michigan premiere. So the Michigan premiere. But yeah, we came out there. Novi, Michigan, and had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times.
That's cool. So
the other two movies that you made, real quick, because I'm just curious. Like I haven't seen it, but I want to see Head Cheerleader, Dead Cheerleader. That was one of the ones you wrote, produced early on, right?
Yes.
And Hell Block 13.
Yes.
And those are the three. All right.
How did that come about?
I'd love Head Cheerleader, Dead Cheerleader. Like what is that about, really?
That one, I was a big fan of Scream and slasher movies, and so I kind of just wanted to do a small slasher film. I actually directed that one. That's the only feature I've directed. We had like maybe a 9-day shoot or something, which was almost unheard of. Now it's very common, but back then it was kind of unheard of because we shot on film. We shot on 16mm film, but it's girl she's a cheerleader, and she starts getting harassing phone calls. She's at home by herself. She calls her friends up. They start getting like stalked by this mysterious killer. So you meet her, fellow cheerleaders, and the boyfriend, and the cheerleading coach, and various things like that. But Debbie Rochano's in it, and she's great. I did 2 movies with her. Yeah. And then fun fact, while I was editing that movie, I got accepted to an editing camp in Portland, Oregon, and there's like 6 or 7 editors on that movie because they edited the movie for free, but they put it in segments, and they were teaching their students how to edit movies. And so the deal was that they will edit your movie for free, but they want you out there to supervise, and they all get credits on the movie. So there's like 6 or 7 editors if you look at the credits. But one of them did his next movie. One of them he moved to Los Angeles, and his name was Jeremy Cohn. And so we met for lunch one day at Bird's, and I gave him a copy of the DVD when it came out, Head Cheerleader, Dead Cheerleader. And I said, "What are you working on, Jeremy?" He goes, "Oh, I'm putting together a little, like a teen comedy." I'm like, "Okay, good luck, best of luck to you." It turned out to be Napoleon Dynamite.
No way.
So he produced that and like edited. He loved editing, but he produced and edited that movie, which is kind of weird. You don't usually see producers as editors, but anyway, it's
that's so cool though, because nobody knew that was going to be a hit. Nobody.
No.
It's just a quirky little movie,
Yeah. So that was kind of a fun little. But that movie, the company that released it is out of business, and I have all the rights back, and I'm going to put it back out there, I think, soon, but because not many people have seen it. It came out like 2002, and so the company went out of business.
That will totally even if Stu puts it out, that'll totally get a lot of, because of the title is awesome. Just like Jim said, it's the title that got him.
I know. My friend Frank Wall, one of my best friends in South Carolina, came up with the title. So I love the title.
Right.
I was like, yeah.
Biker Zombies from Detroit.
Exactly. And I want to remake it because it's a small film, and I just want to remake it and maybe make a better film.
I feel like that about all my movies.
Wait, does that mean that you're going to direct it again, though, too?
I don't know. I've been threatening to direct again, but never have.
Oh, but
I like producing a lot.
I gotta ask you, because I love Charles Bronson. Growing up watching Charles Bronson was awesome. So did you meet him and think he looks like Bronson, or did they come to you? What's his name? Okay, explain it first so everyone.
Robert Bronzi.
Bronzi, right?
Yeah. So I had made a movie called Volcano Zombies, aka The Burning Dead, with a director named Rene Perez, who lives in Northern California. And so Rene had made a Western with this guy, with Bronzi. Rene had apparently been shooting something, or I think it was in shooting something or at a festival in Spain, and was at a saloon and saw his picture on the wall and said, "Hey, which Charles Bronson movie is that from?" And the bartender said, "That's not Charles Bronson, that's this local guy. We call him Bronzi." And so Rene said, "I've got to meet this guy." So Bronzi had been doing Western stunt shows there, where they do high falls and shoot and fall off work. He had been a stunt man for this Western stunt show. So Rene and he eventually talked and spoke by phone. And Rene brought him to California to be in his little Western. So around this time, Renee was saying, "Hey Jeff, do you want to do another movie together?" I said, "Yeah, let's think about something." I was at AFM. This is like 2017 at AFM, and in fact, I was in Stu's booth. I was at ITN's booth, and the buyer came in and said, "Hey, what action movies do you have?" Because I was going to do a horror movie with Renee, and the buyer said, "What horror movies or what action movies do you have?" And he didn't really have any. He was kind of, Stu's never at a loss for words. But he had horror movies and sci-fi and westerns, but he didn't really have action. And so at that point, I had like a light bulb go off, and I said, "Hey, maybe I should do an action movie." And I said, "Hey, this guy Renee knows an actor that looks like Charles Bronson. Let's do a Charles Bronson type movie." And so I emailed Renee. He said, "I would love to do that. I'd love to do something like a Death Wish type film." And we knew that the Death Wish movie with Bruce Willis would be coming out soon, so we rushed ours into production. And I met Bronzi in Northern California, and he was a great guy, and we clicked. And so yeah, we just wrapped our fourth movie is now in post-production. So yeah.
Wow. Is it all like the same character, or are they all just different movies on their own?
They're all different movies so far, yeah.
That's cool. But he always plays like Charles Bronson character?
He always plays the tough Charles Bronson guy, yeah. And so we've done 4 together, and I've had scripts written for like at least 3 other ones for him. So I'm trying to get other ones made to star him. And in fact, I just got a polish the other day for another script to hopefully star Bronzi. So yeah, he's just a good guy. And I went to Hungary. He lives in not Budapest, but he lives in Hungary. And I was there a few months ago. They premiered the movie there, and I met him and his wife and a lot of friends, and it's a wonderful place. So hopefully shoot a movie in Hungary before long.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can fly, right?
Well, eventually.
Yeah. It's back up. No, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Soon enough.
So we just wrapped The Gardener, and that's with Bronzi and Gary Daniels, who did a lot of action movies in the 90s and Expendables and stuff like that. He's in it. So we wrapped that one, and we shot that in February. That was in the UK, and fortunately we were able to shoot before everything got locked down. So yeah.
That's good.
Made it by a couple of weeks.
Did you wrap it before?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So then editing, they can be at home.
Exactly. They're editing now at home in like England and doing all the post sound and stuff. So yeah.
That's cool. In fact,
so,
tomorrow morning we have 2 interviews. We have Barbie Wild, which she's one of the Cenobites from Hellraiser, and Richard Brake. Did you ever get in touch with Richard?
With Richard?
Richard Brake.
Yeah. We talked about Richard. I talked to Richard about doing this movie in England, actually, The Gardener. I talked to him about it. His agent, I thought it was agent. We thought Richard was on board. Richard liked it, wanted to do it. It just didn't work out. There's, some semantics didn't work out, but
Yeah, he's good. I'm excited to interview him. He's a nice guy. So.
It was very close, and he seemed cool. But yeah, on the next one, we'll get him on the next one, as they say, right?
Yeah, the next one for sure. Next time around. So, what have you been doing in quarantine?
In quarantine, developing projects. Like I said, I just got a polish a couple days ago for this new script. I had a bigger script that I had optioned that I was hoping that was supposed to shoot in Canada, like in April or May. Of course, that's not happening. So I'm trying to stay on the company about that. They were going to make offers to bigger talent. And so I'm trying to stay on them about that, but no one really knows when things are going to open back up and when people can fly again and do movies. It's kind of a weird time, but just trying to develop projects and deal with post-production on The Gardener. I listened to the music, got a bunch of music tracks last night, so I gave notes on music. And
so you're working like full tilt. That's good.
Still working, but it's not actual production, but yeah.
That's all right. This is us, right? We're just doing this.
This is what we've been doing. This is keeping us busy, for sure.
Keeping us sane because we get to see people,
Right? Yeah.
We met a bunch of really
cool people. it needs to start cooling down because my garage is my studio and it's about 100 degrees in here. So if I start sweating,
he's in Burbank, so he's right down the street. We're in Van Nuys. We're both. Lives about a mile away.
Okay, yeah. I'm in like Toluca Lake, and yeah, it's been hot the past couple of days.
Well, I thought you were in Burbank. We just meet in Burbank all the time.
Yeah.
Toluca Lake's great. I used to go to the River Rock all the time, the Red Door. We'd meet there, watch football games.
Okay.
The good old days.
Yeah. Well, by football season, I'm hoping that we're back in business to be able to sit in the bar. I mean, it's only a couple months away, but you might have to sit 6 feet away from somebody. But
it's kind of weird. That's what I think will happen, right? They're just going to only have, take away a lot of tables or chairs or something, and that's going to be the first step.
With the movies, they held back all the releases.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. That was already becoming more of like a novelty anyway. So they got lucky. I guess the platforms now they were releasing first run on digital. After this happened. So I guess it's good. Hopefully theaters, because they're almost 6 feet apart if you sit in those big chairs.
I don't know. It's going to be funny. I think they're just going to have them roped off, so you can only sit in this one, and then there's going to be two between you, or I mean, maybe couples can sit together. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see, huh?
Yeah, it's just a strange time right now. So go ahead, ask your favorite question, Jim.
My favorite question? It's a simple question, and I like to know like your top horror film of all time, if you have one.
I would say, if I had to pick one, if like I always tell people, if you were stuck on an island, you only had one movie or something. So my top horror film, probably Halloween.
See, now Tommy's getting a kick out of it because almost everybody does say Halloween, but there's a reason for that.
Oh my God, I just never knew there was that many. Holy moly, that is, almost every person we interview. I was waiting, I'm like, oh, he's going to say Jaws, or he's going to say Exorcist. Nope.
But there's a reason behind it, is because it's such a well-structured film. It's a simplistic movie, really, and it's just so well done. Yeah. The way it's lit, the way it's, that's why.
It holds up, I still watch it every couple of years. I used to try to watch it every Halloween, but I can't do that every year. There's just so much to do. But it just holds up well, it still holds up, and it's just very well paced. It's a tight movie. There's not really slow moments. It's just very effective and simple,
Yep. Ha! I got something I want to talk to you about after this. Their names are the Coleman brothers. No, Jeff.
Names of the what?
Their names are the Coleman brothers.
Coleman brothers, okay.
They did 2 shorts called Halloween Inferno. And they are out of New York, and they're ready to make their movies. And they have all the equipment because they own their own little video studio. So they want to start doing some movies. And I said, so I told them I'd help them, put some stuff together. So if you get a chance, watch Halloween. What is it called? Inferno?
Halloween Inferno. You just Google it and it comes right up. Halloween Inferno 1 and 2. They're really talented filmmakers. Really talented filmmakers.
They're just fan movies they did for a couple grand, and they are beautiful. They did a great job on them.
So it's got Michael Myers in them?
They had they had a famous makeup artist or something that did some of the stuff. It looks really cool. The mask is so cool. And it's, got a cool little story to it, a little different, so.
Okay.
The look.
Halloween Inferno, okay.
Yeah. They're if, I think they'll do very well if we can help them.
Okay.
I think they're going to, no matter what, they're going to do well, because, you just look at their stuff, and if they keep that ambition.
The wagon, right?
I know, right? They have a good look. They pay attention to detail. Everything is fine.
Yeah, because
great. It's great to find those people. Yeah.
Yeah, when you see that, you're like, whoa, and you want to pounce,
Yeah,
well, I do.
I guess the producer speaking.
The female lion in me, right?
No, it's great. I love that. Yeah, when you see somebody, you're like, oh, they're very talented. Whatever, I want to, hitch my horse to them or whatever.
Because you don't see it often. Because when you see it, it's like very special. Like the Fro Bros, they did Deadheads and they just did The Wretched.
Okay.
Their movies are always good. Okay. I remember Deadheads and they did some shorts and stuff. But their dad worked on Evil Dead. And Evil Dead 2, he did the artwork and stuff. So,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, they're good guys. And their movie got picked up by IFC Midnight.
I remember what came out. Yeah, it was a few years ago. I haven't seen it.
No. The Wretched just came out last weekend. They released it at Driveins.
Oh, The Wretched. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, Deadheads is wild. But
yeah, I remember Deadheads was a few years ago, right?
Yeah, The Wretched just got picked up, and they got really good distribution. So they did a little promo for them.
Yeah, that's one thing is making money, right? Drive-ins. I keep seeing pictures on social media about people going to the drive-ins.
Makes me. I want to go to the drive.
I know.
Like, that's awesome.
It's all the nostalgic stuff of like the past is coming back,
Or they make movie theaters with their own little cabins or something, and then you know what I mean. That would be cool. Let's think about that. Alamo Draft House. We'll turn them into like stagecoaches.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I know, but just me spending
$70 for a movie ticket.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I bet you some people will pay it.
I'm sure they would. Oh yeah.
Yes, they would. They'd pay that to go see concerts, right? Not anymore.
Yeah, not right now. But
Got
to be vaccinated.
Are you developing other projects, Tommy? Like, do you have other scripts you're developing?
Yes, I do. I'm doing a couple with Jim, and then I'm working with those brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They need some help. They just need a little push, a little help. Mm-hmm. And so they're contacting me. They're hungry. What else am I doing? I'm doing a ton of stuff. And then Motor City Nightmares, I have to reschedule. So I have all of that. We just interviewed Steve Wang. And I'm still going to do work with him after work starts again.
Okay.
So I have like 2 or 3 scripts of my own. One is I'll show you later, but it's just like 3 people. You know what I mean? It's very small, very simple, movie. I just think that it would be easy to shoot. And then I have some of my older ones too.
Yeah.
But Jim has one that's like Extraction. Is that what that's like? It's called The Savior that you're writing. So.
Oh yeah, a long way to go on it, but that's partially quarantine, partially too much drinking some days. I don't know.
But
I'm no Stephen King. Okay, I can't like he used to do. I have a few drinks and I just like slump over.
I'm just done. Yeah.
He said he wrote whole books he doesn't even remember writing.
Yeah, it's insane how
that's a pretty
genius. I know.
That's funny. That is so funny.
I'd go back and look at my work and be like, what did I just write? I can't, that's what I would do. Like, how did I?
Yeah.
Some people's brains fire differently than others.
Yeah. But yeah, let me know if I'm working also with Clown Motel people. Joseph Kelly, doing some stuff with them. And the Mahal brothers just got a hold of me. So I don't know what I could, And, Mark Brazil, the creator of that 70s show.
Oh, okay. Oh,
he
wow.
got a hold of me because he wants, I don't know if he wants help producing or if he's going to throw me a bone, let me direct it. He's doing a horror comedy.
Okay.
I can't tell you what it's about, but it's freaking hilarious.
Cool.
So, yeah, I'm just, I just follow whoever I talk to, and it ended up, things are doing really pretty good, actually, for being in quarantine. Could be way worse,
You got so many connections.
It could be that worse,
You got so many connections from the convention, right? So all these people and networking.
Yeah, that and from the AFM, because I used to fly out to AFM. Actually, we were here did we see you that year?
I met you guys at one AFM, or we met in Santa Monica or somewhere, a restaurant or something. Yeah.
So I just keep, that's where Stu knows me from, and it's just because I just talk.
Oh, come on.
Not me.
And you'd been to Motor City Nightmares once, you said?
Yes, I think just the once. Yeah, 2013.
That was a while ago.
There's always next year.
Well, next year, and I'm going to redesign however it's going to be, because there's still a lot. I've already sold tickets, so all those tickets are going to come. So I have to make sure everyone is social distancing and has a mask. So I'll get some cool, scary masks made, like, and just give them away, like some cheap ones and some hand sanitizer, kill it all.
Are you trying to do it later this year? Just going to say, screw this year, we'll just do pick up next year?
If July closes down, if I can't, I already have it rescheduled for July, but if the city or state doesn't let me, then I'll just do it next April.
Is that a lot of work to have to like reschedule all these people and
that isn't it, it's not as hard as I thought it would be, because I did not get flights yet. Okay. So it was easy, and these people, a lot of them they're like on for the next show. They're like, yes, I'll do it, So I don't have any trouble at all. But that's good. It's just the logistics of everything,
You still have that same hotel there in Novi? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's the thing. I just talked to them today. Yeah, and they're sad, but they have a bunch of first responders there in town because it's so bad in Detroit that they have the hotel is to the capacity, which is only 50% allowed, and it's all like first responders. So.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta thank all the first responders.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there has been horrible things happening, but amazing things happening, because everyone's realizing what really matters. Do you know what I mean? What really matters? Does it matter what car you drive? Does it matter? All those things. I think it doesn't matter anymore.
No, and it's good to spend I get to spend more time with my cat, so there's that.
Yes.
I don't think he's sick of me yet.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Is your girlfriend working now? Or
she works from home, yeah. So, yeah.
Good.
He works from home, and we have the cat, and he hasn't told us to get back to work yet, so it's good.
Right. Oh, no.
He hasn't said, get out of here. I want some me time. He's a very needy cat, yeah.
So do you have any movies coming out that you want to promote?
Yeah, I have one coming out next month, early June. I think it's June 9th. It's called The Candy Witch. It's about a woman who kills people, it's like the legend of a woman who kills people with various like candy things, she'll choke you with cotton candy and boil your head in chocolate, hot chocolate, stuff like that. So that's a little small one that I executive produced. That comes out June 9th. And then The Gardener comes out, I'm going to be finished with that probably end of this month. The one with Bronzi and Gary Daniels. So I'm going to be doing a lot of sales on that myself. And hopefully that will come out in the U.S. hopefully by the end of the year. Then Gary's movie Escape from Death Block 13, which I executive produced, that I'm told will be finished this summer. We'll see.
I'll cross my fingers for you.
Oh, please.
Please, Gary.
Please, Gary. Please finish.
Did they shoot in that old Shawshank prison?
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, because it's right in Ohio.
It's in Ohio. Yeah, the prison from Shawshank Redemption. That's got Bronzi and Nick Turturro and
cool.
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs from Rob Zombies 31 and Welcome Back, Kotter. And Chris Hahn from Bunyan, Tim Lovelace.
Chris Hahn.
A lot of people from Bunyan and a lot of the Ohio people.
Yeah.
Are involved in that one. So that will be a good fun film. But yeah.
So anytime you have that stuff coming out, give me a ring a week before and we'll do an interview and put it up to promote.
Sure. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, so you're keeping your fingers crossed for Death Block 13? Is it because did they finish filming or were they trying to get some stuff done?
It finished filming a while back, and it was it became a bigger film than it was originally planned to be.
Right.
And so it's just taken a long time because there's a lot of visual effects and budget and stuff like that. It just became a much bigger film, which is good, I guess, but it just means that the movie's going to take longer to finish.
Yeah.
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 It looks pretty awesome, so I can't wait to see it.
Well,
thank you.
Gary's a special effects artist, so it's the details are very important to him.
Oh yeah, he spends a lot of time with and he does a lot of them himself. So I'm sure he's doing most of the effects himself, and it just takes a while. So good, fast, and cheap. Pick two, as they say.
Oh, that's awesome! Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you for having me. Yeah.
Been great. And remember, we'll swing back around, especially when you have stuff to promote and stuff coming out. And this will be up on Horror Vision 2020 and Motor City Nightmares.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, let me know how I can promote this when it comes out. So.
For sure.
All right. Yeah, we'll do.
Awesome.
It's a little vacation, so I won't be editing it. So it's gonna. I gotta.
Be a little,
It'll be after the 15th at some point.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it comes out. Cool.
But we'll let you know, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cool, guys. Thanks.
Cheers, man. Have a good rest of the day.
You too.
I will. Thank you.